If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 26 of the Wolfsburg career mode here on FIFA 16. We're into Season 2. As you can see bottom right, we're involved in another pre-season invitational tournament. We have Al Ittihad, Sydney FC and Melbourne City in our group. And in the other group in this particular tournament are Atletico Madrid, Malaga, Juventus and Ajax. So we were able to pull the long straw. We didn't get the short straw when it came to group selections. We have the easier group, so hopefully we can definitely get through to the later rounds of that particular competition and obviously maximise our potential profit from that. I've saved a couple of the emails that we got going from Season 1 into Season 2 so you can see exactly what the board expect from us this year, what they thought of our performance last year, and obviously in this video as well, the major part of this video, we'll be having a look at some of the transfer targets that you guys gave me after the episode that we did previously with the squad report and the season roundup. And obviously feel free to continue to give me loads of suggestions in the comment section of this video and future videos whilst we're in the transfer window, whilst we look to bring in some more talent to the club. We have already though been able to bring in 2 new players to the club. Of course, we brought in Joel Matip on a pre-contract. He's 80 rated currently, and we've brought in Sofian Feghouli as well from Valencia on a pre-contract. He's 82 rated, and obviously the confirmation of the Champions Trophy, etc., that we'll be involved in this season. But the messages for this year and coming into last year as well, we are going to be in the Champions League, and they want us to get to the final of the Champions League. Now that's a big stretch. Obviously we did very well in the Europa League this year after we were in the Champions League, got knocked out of the Champions League, and then unfortunately got knocked out of the Europa League. Was it the semi-final stage or the quarter-final stage by Atletico Madrid? It may even have been actually the round of 16. I can't actually remember, but I'm sure you guys will remember. Obviously it was the last episode in this particular series. Been a few days since I recorded that, so my memory doesn't quite catch up, especially considering we're ending the Chelsea series now as well. There's so many different series going on that, you know, I produce, and then obviously I watch Friends series as well that I find it hard to keep up. I don't know how you guys do it, watching a variety of different people's series, etc., being able to keep up with what's going on in each and every one of them. But they want us to reach the Champions League this year. Obviously last year they set us the target of qualifying for the Champions League, and we finished 3rd in the table, so they're happy with that. Slightly disappointed with how we got on in the Champions League in the season just gone, which is fine. Obviously knocked out, as you know, knocked out in the group stage, weren't we? Yeah, this year in the Champions League, and then it was the Europa League where we unfortunately got knocked out by Atleti. But obviously we're in the Champions League again, so we want to get out the group stage this time around. The groups haven't been drawn yet, so we're not sure who we're going to get in the group stage this year. They want us to, or they were happy with our run in the Deutsche Pokal as well, so they're pleased with that, and obviously we'll try and do that again. They want us to reach the quarter-finals this year. The budget for this year, though, is very impressive. As you can see, £52 million is what they've given us. We had about 10 to 15, I think, left at the end of the last season, and they've given us 52 this year. So budget transfer from season to season has been very good. So I'm really pleased with that. We can definitely do a lot with that. And obviously in the league again, they want us to reach the Champions League. So they only want a top 4 finish for the 2nd season in a row, which is definitely achievable. Now we have already brought in a centre-back and a right winger. As you can see, Fegouli's gone straight into the starting lineup. We are looking to move a few people on as well. I'll show you quickly the sell players. We've got these players in. These 2 are currently loaned out. They were part of a 2-year loan deal. So Stolzer and Azwai will be out on loan for another year. And obviously we brought in Kelechi Iheanacho for a 2-year loan spell. But we've got transfer listed right now. Sprenger, who's a 21-year-old centre-back that I don't use. Kurt Castells, who's a Belgian goalkeeper that we didn't use at all last year. Obviously Diego Benaglio was amazing for us, played every single game, and was worth that starting place every single time as well. So we do have a young goalkeeper that I'm going to keep at the club, just as an even younger. Obviously 24 is still quite young for a goalkeeper. We've got a teenage goalkeeper at the club that I'm going to try and train up, and obviously he can step in should we need him to, but Diego Benaglio is rock solid and don't think we'll be needing anyone else to play in goal, to be completely honest. Dante, we tried to get on, or tried to move on in the previous January transfer window, weren't able to, so he's continued to be on the transfer list. And Varinia, obviously we brought in Iñaki Williams on that right hand side, and we've obviously now got Sofiane Faguli as well, so Varinia's services are no longer required, so he is transfer listed as well. And obviously we've got an abundance of players that can play across that forward midfield three or up top, like Nabil Fekir, Manolo Gabbiadini, Max Kruse, etc. So we really don't need Varinia. So we could actually end up with 70 plus million to spend in this particular window. Now the main area of concern, obviously you can see here just a few youngsters listed for loan as well. Now, the main area of concern from last season that we were going to look at was our goal scoring attributes. Now, we were very, very solid defensively. We kept more clean sheets than anybody else. We had less goals conceded than anybody else in the league by a margin. So our defensive abilities aren't the issue. It's goal scoring. We didn't have anyone that went out and scored a ton of goals for us. So I'm still really, really unsure as to whether to sell on Max Kruse or not. Currently we have obviously Kelechi on loan, Fekir and Mbolo as out-and-out strikers, although Fekir has been playing in a multitude of different positions for me. But then we've got Max Kruse at centre-forward as well. It's obviously been my main striker, but he didn't score many goals last year. He's 81 rated at 28 years of age. We can get a good amount of money for him should we want to move him on. Let me know in the comment section what to do with Max Kruse. Do we give him one more season, or do we sell him on and try and buy in a big name replacement? You see, I'm going to go into the shortlist now. Potentially looking at Jetro Willems just quickly at left back. Potentially going to move on Christian Trash. And I have Jetro Willems as a rotation left back with Ricardo Rodriguez. Xherdan Shaqiri's been a very popular choice in the comment section of the previous episode. Although obviously Shaqiri kind of plays in roles where we have too many players already, to be completely honest. Then we come to the strikers. Now, Sadio Mane isn't necessarily an out-and-out striker. As you can see, he's a centre-forward. He is quite cheap, though, at £8.5 million, although his finishing isn't that good, but his pace and dribbling is very good, so I'm unsure what to do with Sadio Mane, whether to chase that or not. Thomas Müller would be an unbelievable signing if we could get him in at Wolfsburg. Some might say it's slightly unrealistic, but then, again, people would have said that, not Sami Khedira, that... what's his name is Bastian Schweinsteiger. There we go. Bastian Schweinsteiger to Manchester United would have been an unrealistic transfer that went through, and Bayern have let go a couple of other players that you might say might have been unrealistic to either let go, like Toni Kroos to Real Madrid, for example. If a couple of seasons ago, before that transfer had gone through, you'd gone Toni Kroos and Bastian Schweinsteiger were never going to get sold by Bayern Munich. Turns out Bayern are keen on, or not necessarily keen, but open to selling on some of their best players if you put forward a promising deal. So that's potentially what we could do with Thomas Müller. So potential there for an out-and-out striker. 89 finishing, obviously he would be absolutely superb. Vincent Aboubakar was on the transfer list, or on the shortlist, sorry, last year, and I've kept him here mainly because of his strength. He is obviously a very physical player. He's got decent stamina, but stamina for Müller is 90. Stamina is a big thing this year, and obviously we had quite a lot of rotation last year, but I would like a striker that is going to play every single game, or as close to it as possible, to try and get one guy that just scores, the majority of my goals. Also got Paco Alcacer on this list. He was mentioned in the comments section of the previous episode. Still yet to use him in any series on FIFA, and obviously I would be interested in bringing him in. Decent pace, good physical stats, great reactions, decent finishing as well at 84, 85 volleys, 83 shot power. Okay on the ball as well with 81 ball control. His dribbling's not that good, but we could always train that up, and he is only 22 years of age, so potential to bring him in. Wilfred Boney isn't the fastest, but he is just a deadly finisher. Very, very good at just burying the ball in the bottom corner with 85 finishing. Brilliant in the air as well, obviously, with 86 jumping, 87 heading accuracy, 94 strength, and shot power and long shots are pretty good as well. So Boney is someone we could look at perhaps, and Antoine Griezmann is another player that I would very much be open to bringing in at striker as well. In the stream career mode we've done with Atleti, that hasn't got up on YouTube, I've been using Griezmann out wide, but I would very much definitely play him straight through the middle at striker if we brought him here at Wolfsburg. Got a couple of others on the list as well, including Gonzalo Higuain, who obviously is a fantastic player. Also 28 years old though, same as Max Kruse, but obviously a much better striker. Very good on the ball, fantastic finishing. Only 69 stamina though, which would be a slight concern, even more of a concern with Alexander Pato, who currently is at Hamburg actually. He's been at the club since 2016, so I don't know whether that was actually signed. He was signed there on a pre-contract, so I will actually just check this quickly. Did I go to the buy? Yeah, he's recently joined the club. I was unaware of that when I selected Alexander Pato, so I would quickly remove him from the shortlist. I just went through the search player. I didn't pay attention to what club he was at when I put him on the list. Another player though who has had a big upgrade this year in FIFA 16 as a whole from last year is Alvaro Morata. He's valued at, well, a huge value of 33 million, similar to Thomas Muller, but he's got great pace, really good on the ball with 87 ball control and 87 dribbling. Does he have 4-star skills though? That's the thing. I think he's only got 3. He does have only 3-star skills, but he does have a 4-star weak foot. He's got 86 finishing as well. There are plenty of incredible strikers here that we could have a look at. He's got decent stamina as well, actually, Alvaro Morata with 75. But it's probably as low as I'd be willing to go, really, stamina-wise. Although, you know, maybe it won't be too much of an issue with Higuain. I'm not sure. But these are the players that I'm looking at. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Let me know if there's anyone else you think I should add to this list. Obviously, in the next episode, we'll get cracking with this pre-season tournament. So we won't be advancing too far in the transfer window to start off with, just to make sure that, A, we can get this pre-season tournament done, and B, I can get as many suggestions from you guys as possible. But the Bundesliga season starts on the 13th of August. So we do have 3 games before the transfer window ends, and then obviously we'll be into the main season with a European competition coming a little bit later on in September. Like I say, the group stages haven't yet been drawn, but that is going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like I say, let me know all your suggestions and your feedback on the players that I've laid out for you here in this video as well in the comment section down below. Should we sell Cruiser? Should we not sell Cruiser? Let me know as well, and obviously drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed. All my social media links will be in the description down below as well, as per usual. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram, etc. But I'll see you next time.